The most horrible reason to join the Air Force, or the military for that matter, is money. A couple things. Do not, and hear me, do not pick a branch. Do not pick a career field. Do not pick a career purely based on the money. Be very careful of purely making decisions purely based off money. Money is a variable that should be included in the equation. But to solely say that job over there pays this much, so I want that job. That job has a bonus, so I want that job because of that bonus. No, no. It's like marrying someone just because they're beautiful, just because they're handsome. I'm like, did you do a background check? Yeah, they're on parole. Yeah, they were serving a life sentence and they killed a couple people and they were eligible for parole and they're out on parole. But yes, they're beautiful. Cool. That's what a lot of people discover is that after you get the money, but you're in a career field, you don't have enough time to actually go spend that money. You're on Amazon while you're at work. That's the issue a lot of people run into is that money's not everything. Once you have enough money, it becomes just an ordinary tool in your toolbox. You reach a point where I'm like, all right, I have enough money now. Now what? I always make the analogy of you put all the cheat codes in Grand Theft Auto. I'm like, all right, the cops can't kill me. I got all the money. I got all the safe houses. I got all the cars. All the cars are maxed out with all the fancy stuff on it. I'm bored because there's no longer uphill climb. That there's no longer any incentive to give effort. Choosing a career field based on money, joining the military based on money. You saw that charge over there. You saw the Camaro. You saw the Saul. You saw. You're like, bro, if I could just get me a charge. I was one of those people that said, bro, if I join the military, I can get any car loan I want. And then once you spend most of your time at work, because you drive to work. You got 15-20 minute commute. You enjoy your time in the car, but then you leave the car there for 8 hours. And you go sit in the building, or you go sit outside the building, or you sit on the flight line for 8 to 12 hours. The car just sits there. And you realize you're not getting as much value out of it as you thought you were. You tend to understand the value of something after you acquire it. After you acquire it, after the new car smells is gone, after you've had to fill it up a couple times, and like, all right, I got this Hellcat in the garage, and I keep having to put gas in it every 3 days. Oh, and it takes premium. I got 700 horses, but I keep burning these tires out, and I got to drop 1,200. You start understanding the value of something after you've paid for it. Join the Air Force for money will haunt you. Will haunt you after you get that check. After you see that direct deposit and you realize I got the money. Now what do I have to do on my end to keep this money? Oh, I got 6 years of yeah. You know, you marry somebody and you're so deep in love and oh my god, they're perfect. And then you realize, what do I have to do to be able to leave this marriage? I'm unhappy now. The new car, the honeymoon, all the energy's gone. The sex that I was having while I was dating is now diminished. The beauty they once had seems to be hiding under their body positivity. And you're like, Brett, to death to his part? And you realize the cost of leaving. I'm like, I got 2 lawyers and a judge, and they all trying to get what they want out of it. And then she trying to get he trying to get what they. We must truly understand value, and especially in regards to our decision making, whether or not this is the right choice. So yeah, the Air Force, the military in general, is not something you just jump in overnight. It's also something you don't take 10 years to figure out. But once you acknowledge the fact, the military, the Air Force, it's a job. I'm still discovering this personally. It's a job. For some people, if you're like a Navy SEAL or Green Beret or Ranger or something, it might be a calling for you. But for the majority of the military, it's a check. And of course, there's underlying, values thereof, and the troops, and America, and the patriots, and the service, and you serve your country, and Veterans Day, and Memorial. That, of course, but there's all that. There's all that. But at the end of the day, you got W-2, direct deposit. It's a check. This is why I had to come to realize, as far as why I'm not staying active duty. I'm like, it's a check. Is it worth your sanity?